Welcome back. It's 8:40 here on this Saturday morning. A disturbing trend for an especially brutal crime across Minnesota. According to the latest estimates from the social justice nonprofit Breaking Free, between 8 and 12,000 Minnesotans are involved in sex trafficking or prostitution every day. Crime statistics are backing that up. In 2010, there were 17 people charged with sex trafficking in Minnesota. 3 years later, in 2013, 72 people were charged. Now, new legislation is asking for $500,000 to help investigate and prosecute those crimes right here in the state. In many cases, the victims may be a teen unable to get themselves out of that cycle of abuse. And here to talk to us about this morning is author, pastor, and sex trafficking survivor Kevin Klein. Good morning. Thanks for being with us and sharing your story. So tell me a little bit about your story, what people will get here when they open this book.
What they'll get from this book is my time when I was 14 years old in 1975. I was a gay teen, just realizing my sexuality, and at that time, especially in '75, there was really no structure. There was no role models. There was nothing. If you were gay and you knew it, and if you were straight, there were dances, right? There was everything on TV, everything on the media was geared towards a straight population. Well, there's nothing for us. So when you meet somebody who is accepting of you, regardless of their intentions, you're automatically drawn to that person. And that's what happened to me. I met a man, his name was Ray, and at first I was really taken by him. I mean, I was 14. I had a crush on the guy, and he was really nice. But he started pawning me off on other men. Basically, he was a pimp. And
that's what happens a lot of times, right? Is people that get involved in this, they have no idea they're getting involved in this. They have no choice. So, and then the struggle becomes real for a long time.
Absolutely. Now, with the boys and the other guys that I knew, and this was mainly in a place called Tower Grove Park in St. Louis. You had maybe a facilitator, but that didn't last long. Most of the guys that I knew were on their own, doing it themselves. And for us, it was kind of easy to break away from this guy. He would introduce me or take me to a guy, and after a while, I would know enough that I could do this on my own. And a lot of the time, it was just me and my two friends in the park. And men would be drawn to that area.
Well, I want people to read the book to get your whole story,
absolutely.
But we're running out of time here, so quickly tell me how you got out of it.
I got out of it when my friend Squirrel, who was really my first boyfriend, I suppose, he was struck and killed by a car. That was about a week after he was beaten severely by a police officer. His face was swollen, didn't see the car. Stevie, who drank a lot, got drunk, passed out, and died of exposure later that. But it was mainly one last trick that Ray took me on, which was very traumatic. After that, I knew I wasn't going to have Stevie there to protect me because I was too young. And once that happened, I told Ray just to leave me alone. Basically what I told him is that I would tell on him. I would tell people what he was doing. That was hard for me because what that meant was that I could be prosecuted too. As I was 14, I could literally end up in juvenile hall.
Well, Kevin, thanks for coming in and explaining to us about your story. I know that the rest of it, and a lot of in between of what you just told us, is in this book.
Absolutely.
So
I hope people read it.
All right. It's called Faraway. Here is the book. You can see it right there. You can learn more about Pastor Klein's book, Faraway, a suburban boy's story as a victim of sex trafficking. That's at our website, KSTP.com.